I'm Alan Hoseffel, president of the Yaquina Pacific Railroad Historical Society and Museum. And today, we're here at the Great Oregon Steam-Up. Held on the last weekend in July and the first weekend in August, this unique event takes visitors on a captivating journey back in time to the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The Great Oregon Steam-Up celebrates the pivotal role that steam engines played in shaping Oregon's agricultural and industrial landscape. We're here at a 1/8 scale exhibit of logging, the way it was done back in the 1800s and 1900s. We're going to be able to talk to a good friend of mine who's involved with this. His name is Quinn Merck.
This is a 1/8 scale model operation. These donkeys are capable of running on live steam, but we have to run them on compressed air here. The spar tree is rigged up with what we call a falling block system. These systems were perfected in the South, in the Appalachians mostly, and they were used 15 to 20 years before they were ever brought out west. Most of them were made bigger and more powerful because our timber on the whole was a lot bigger and powerful than what they had in the South, with the exception of the chestnut tree.
These were all powered by steam. It's all belt driven, and you can get any machine online or offline as you need it. These are actually all the kind of tools that would be in a locomotive repair shop, any kind of a railroad repair shop for cars. And I think they've got one of these drag saws set up outside. Let's go see if they can get it to work. Let's see if it runs. What we're looking at here is a log saw. I call it a drag saw. Let's see if we can get this thing operating and find out how it works.
I think a lot of them were used on the landings to cut firewood for the steam engines, for the donkey engines, and maybe for the mills. They were a big item to be carried out to the woods to be used very much. One advantage they had was you could have it set up cutting one round while you're splitting the previous round. So that's one thing that the chainsaws won't do.
That's true. Have you done a full restoration on this yourself? Or?
Just a functional restoration.
That's
exactly.
great.
Yeah, you know, it takes something that, you know, it's historic and it's non-functional to be able to restore it and bring it back to life. You always get a good feeling, you know, when you start it the first time and you get it running.
A St. Bernard! A lot of these are single-cylinder gasoline-powered engines. They're called thumpers because you can hear them once thump and then the flywheel will take them around until it ignites again.
So this is the Cyrus Class 160 steam crane. This belonged to the Southern Pacific. At some point in time in its career, word came down from on high, it was time to scrap. Well, the crews didn't want to scrap this one, they wanted this one. So what they did is they went out at night and they changed the numbers. Its original number was 7005. The real 7020 got scrapped. I love railroads, always have since I was a kid. My grandpa was a railroader, and I got to go ride on trains every so often and all that. So it just kind of fit.
This is how grain is milled, and they talk about putting corn into a corn husker and that sort of thing. And this is set up to show how it's done and the various stages in the milling process of what you end up with. What you do by machine, you can always do by hand. Here it is. So this is the Antique Trolley Museum here at Powerland, and we're going to go in and have a chat with David, who is one of the chief motormen here running these old trolleys.
Put them in that corner right there. Well, this is our parent organization, Oregon Electric Railroad Historical Society. The double-decker and car 813 that's in the barn used to run on the Willamette shoreline.
Right.
The problem is they're both kind of old. You don't go to the auto parts store and get stuff for this, so it's easier on this level, small track. A lot of the stuff we have may never run here, but we have it here for show.
Sure.
If it's worth restoring, we restore it, like the old mail car.
This has probably been rebuilt a long time ago.
by the Southern Oregon Historical Society.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they gave it to this organization on like a permanent loan,
Okay.
so we can take care of it and maintain it.
So what's it like to run one of these things?
It's fun to run these things if you're a mechanical guy, because there's all this monkey motion and there's fire. I just love the smoke, the fire, the monkey motion of all this machinery. And there's a lot of fellowship with this. You see a lot of people at these that you don't get to see all year round. Oh, you want to line it up like this?
Yeah.
We have a lot of people from the old school that we revere because of their willingness to do real manual work.
So it's not just about the machines. It's a celebration of the people who preserve this heritage for future generations. Veteran engineers and collectors passionately share their knowledge and stories, ensuring that the legacy of steam power will live on. So I hope you've enjoyed our visit to the Great Oregon Steam up here. For more about the museum, check us out on Facebook and our website. See you again.